If you haven't received a new credit card or debit card in the mail yet, you soon will. Joining me this morning to talk about this new technology that will affect us all is Stephanie Erickson of Visa. Thanks so much for joining us. Okay, by October, we all should receive these new cards in the mail. Why, and what does this change really mean?
Well, many people already have chip cards in their wallets today because the banks have been reissuing them for the last few years. But certainly as we move towards October, we're going to see a transition of using chip technology a lot more frequently to make payments. So by the end of this calendar year, roughly 60% of the cards will be reissued or converted to chip technology, and many more merchant locations will be upgrading their terminals to be able to read that chip on the card.
So is this new chip technology in response to, say, security breaches at Target and other retail giants?
Well, chip technology, the key benefit of using the chip is it generates a unique one-time code that changes with each transaction. So if that data is ever stolen from a merchant data breach or a criminal hacking into a merchant system, for example, it cannot be used to create counterfeit cards or do counterfeit fraud, which is about 2/3 of the fraud we see in stores today. So it's definitely going to help improve the security of electronic payments and continue to have consumers be confident in their credit and debit cards.
That makes me feel so much safer, and I'm sure a lot of folks at home. My question now, will it affect the way we shop or the way we conduct our business at the register?
Yeah, for consumers, it will feel a little bit different. Rather than swiping your magstripe like you do today, as more and more terminals become enabled with chip and as more cards are converted with a chip on them, the consumer will insert the chip end of the card into the terminal just like you do today at an ATM or a fuel pump, for example. And that's when that unique one-time code is being generated by the chip. And then the rest of the payment will continue just like it does today.
So it sounds like the signature on your card is not quite as important anymore.
Well, actually, about 2/3 of the transactions that we do in the U.S. today are where you swipe your card and you don't even have to sign for a cup of coffee, for example. And that will continue as we move forward. The great thing we get about moving to chip is that unique one-time code that really addresses counterfeit fraud and helps improve the security of merchant systems and makes that data a lot less valuable for criminals to try to steal.
So finally, if someone come October still has the old technology, what should they do?
For consumers that are interested in getting chip cards, they can always call their financial institution to ask them when their new card will be coming to them. Most financial institutions will be reissuing the cards when their current cards expire. Many of them have already been issued, and we'll just see that increase as we move forward.
All right, Stephanie Erickson from Visa, thanks so much for joining us this morning.